Hello everyone. Today let us understand the calculation of percentage yield. So while performing any of the practicals, we get the practical yield of that particular product. Before that, we have the theoretical yield of that product. So based on these two values, we can determine the percentage yield of the product that we get. So let us understand two terms. First of all, one term we have is the experimental yield, which we also call it as the practical yield or the actual yield. This is the yield that we determine practically. Okay. And the second term is calculated yield, or it is the theoretical yield. So theoretically, the yield should be something that is given, and practically the yield that we get is synthesized product, and we determine that, we calculate that. So always we remember that the practical yield will never be more than the theoretical yield. Okay, practically if we say 5 grams total yield is to be obtained out of the reaction taking place, we should get 5 grams. So practical yield will never be more than 5 grams. That depends on many factors that we are not taking in detail right now, that purity of the reagents, the laboratory conditions, personal error, all these are the factors affecting the practical yield. But we need to remember that one thing is practical yield will never be more than the theoretical yield. So let us understand this with one example. See, the question is calculate the percentage yield for the reaction given Mg plus S gives Mgs, where the experimental yield is 50 grams. So the equation, the formula that we will use is this one. Percentage yield can be calculated by using the formula that is equal to experimental yield that we have calculated, practically obtained, divided by the theoretical yield or calculated yield. Any terms may be given. So without any confusion, you can use either of the terms. Experimental yield is the practical yield or actual yield, and calculated yield means the theoretical yield multiplied by 100%. So because we are calculating the percentage yield, so we write here 100%. Now in this reaction, Mg plus S gives Mgs. So first thing is we need to know the, see here we are taking the Mg, that is atomic mass of this is 24 grams. Okay, sulfur is 32 grams and magnesium sulfide that is obtained is 56 grams. We know this is 24 plus 32, so 56. So theoretically, if we understand, 24 grams of Mg magnesium gives 56 grams of magnesium sulfide. That is the theoretical yield, but it is not necessary that we will take 24 grams only. We may take around 10 grams. So depending on the grams taken, the reactant that we take, the percentage of the product that is obtained, it is based on this factor. This we can say it is the factor. Okay, now here the question is the experimental yield is given 50 grams. Okay, 50 grams is given. So if you want to calculate percentage yield, the question is to calculate percentage yield. Percentage yield is equal to what we write, it is the actual yield divided by the calculated yield into 100%. So the percentage yield will be equal to actual yield, how much we get, experimental yield that is given 50 grams. So 50 grams. But how much is the theoretical yield that we should get? 56 grams. So we write 56 multiplied by 100. So calculating this, we get percentage yield is equal to 89.28%. So what we say here is percentage yield will never be 100%. That is, practical yield will never be more than the theoretical yield. We should get actually 56, but we are getting practically 50 grams. So it is around 89.28%. Because here it is not mentioned anything like we are taking 10 grams or any other. value. So we are directly calculating the percentage yield, that practically it is obtained 50 grams, but theoretically it should be actually 56 grams. So how much is the percentage obtained? That is the fundamental here to calculate the percentage yield. Let us see one more example. See, 20 grams of the calcium carbonate is decomposed and 9.8 grams of the calcium oxide is obtained. What is the percentage yield of calcium oxide obtained? Yes, and one more thing, always we write the reaction first, and that reaction also should be written in a balanced form. Okay, so the reaction, it is calcium carbonate decomposed to calcium oxide and CO2. Okay, so here theoretical yield, if we want to calculate, we need to know the molar mass of all these. So molar mass of all these, if we want to calculate, we know calcium atomic mass is 40, carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16. So calculating this, 40 plus 12 plus 48, we get 100 grams. We know that calcium carbonate is 100 grams. Calcium oxide is 40 and 16. So it is 56 grams. So this is 100 grams of calcium carbonate will be decomposed to 56 grams of the calcium oxide. So this is theoretical yield. But if we take here, say the question given is 20 grams of the calcium carbonate is decomposed. So 100 grams decomposed giving 56 grams. 20 grams of the calcium carbonate will be decomposed giving how much of the grams? That will be equal to 56 into 20 divided by 100. So that will be around 5. So it will be around 11.2 grams. Okay, this is for 20 grams of the calcium carbonate. This gives 11.2 grams calcium oxide. So this you can say it is the theoretical yield. Theoretical yield. Now we have to calculate what is the percentage yield of calcium oxide obtained when 20 grams of calcium carbonate is decomposed and 9.8 grams of the calcium oxide is obtained. See, the practical yield is given already here. 9.8 grams is the practical yield. On decomposition of 20 grams of the calcium carbonate, it gives 9.8 grams. Theoretically, 20 grams of calcium carbonate should give 11.2 grams of the calcium oxide. But practically what we have got, 20 grams of calcium carbonate decomposed to give 9.8 grams. So what will be the percentage yield? Percentage yield is equal to, we know the practical yield that we get, that is 9.8. But actually how much we should get? It should be equal to 11.2 into 100 percentage. Okay, so calculating this, we get 87.5% of calcium oxide. Clear? Okay.